Welcome everyone to the episode of podcast The Odyssey. Today, for the first time, we are featuring our team from the Pet Relocation site. Welcome Ricardo, welcome Catarina. We would like today to have a new style of conversation, introduce a little bit of what we do in terms of business. So let me introduce for the first time as a participant, Ricardo. Tell us a little bit about yourself and to our listeners and viewers at home.
Okay, so my name is Ricardo. As Fabio said, I belong to pet department for now, I believe, for almost 3 years now. We started introducing the pet relocation side as well, along with the household goods moves. And Fabio decided to open Portugal Pet Relocation. It's the pet branch for Invictus relocation, and I'm here from the beginning.
That's it's very rewarding. If you recall that when we actually started and we had this conversation where you were about to actually leave the company, and I told them, and I presented him the story and the project, and I told him, listen, if you believe in yourself as I believe, I think we can make something good. And if you recall the conversations, like you were about to leave the company because you had another project going on and you had other ideas, and it's really rewarding for you to have actually believed my project and the project I had for you, and we actually now see that we had envisioned. We are not there yet, but we are in the good way, and the good sign of that is actually the presence of Catarina, which we had envisioned as well, to have our own veterinary, and for the first time, and not many companies can actually say that we have our own veterinary working at the pet relocation department. And now I would like, if you can introduce yourself to the listeners and to the.
First of all, I want to thank Fabio for this opportunity, and a warm hello to everyone listening us. So my name is Catarina, I'm 30 years old, and I was born and raised in Lisbon. I'm a vet since the beginning of 2020, right when COVID appeared, so it was quite a time to start, as you can imagine. I always loved pets, and I know that I wanted to be a vet since I can remember. Well, actually, when I was young, I was always saying to people that I wanted to be a dolphin trainer.
Okay.
But then I grew up and I changed my mind to being a vet, and I'm glad I did it because honestly I don't see myself doing anything besides this.
It's really a passion.
Yeah, it's really a passion.
It's good because, when we are young, we all everyone wants to be an astronaut and this and that. I never heard anyone say they would be a dolphin trainer.
A dolphin trainer.
That's the first time. I love dolphins as well because I've had the pleasure to swim with dolphins, and it's an amazing experience. You guys should definitely try it. So, what motivated you to join us? What do you think was the right trigger for you to join, and what do you think it was different for you when we first presented the project? Because it's not an easy difference, being a full-time vet to do this kind of job in a different environment, in a different company. What motivated you to join us?
So, for the past 5 years, I was working as a common vet in a small animal hospital.
24/7.
Yeah, 24/7 with dogs and cats. I had crazy schedules. And I liked it, but I achieved a point in my life that I was starting to feel that I needed to change something. I needed a challenge. I needed another things needed to bring another things to my career. And this opportunity came in the perfect time.
Okay.
Honestly, I'm doing something different. I never did nothing like this. As I was saying, I always worked in a hospital, so I had a huge team of vets, and now I see myself as the only vet in the company.
You are not just a number.
Yeah, I'm not just a number.
It's quite different. Me and Ricardo, we were on the market for a veterinarian for quite a long time. It was a personal objective, like from the company, to enhance our quality and the services. And we've had a few weird experiences with past people. So and we were really glad when you accepted our offer. What made you join our project, and what made you decide like to make such a big change from an official like hospital to a pet relocation company?
For the past 5 years, I was working in a veterinary hospital with dogs and cats, and I liked it, but I started to feel that I needed something different
Okay.
in my life and in my career. And this opportunity to join Portugal Pet Relocation came in the perfect
Right
time,
moment.
yeah, right moment. This is very different from what I am used to, because I'm used to have a big team of vets, like 30 vets, and now I see myself as the only vet in the company.
For the moment.
For the moment, yeah. We never know. Which I like. I like to be the only vet. I see this opportunity. I see this change as an opportunity to learn new skills and improve the ones that I have, and learn about different subjects besides veterinary. And from what I saw until now, I think that Ricardo has been doing a great job for the past
3 years.
3 years, and I believe that
Goes fast.
Yeah.
I believe that together as a team, we'll be able to take things to the next level. So I'm excited to see what we can do in the
Yes.
future.
Hope so.
That's exactly it. When we start something, and if we do the things for the right reason, I think we've come across, and what we are trying to do as a company, and is actually that, to try and find people that have the similar mentality, and people that have the same passion for jobs. And it's good to have different challenges, and as you said, moving from something that you've been doing for the past 5 years, it's a big difference. It's a big change, especially you're still a young woman, and that's not really common, and it's a brave move, and it's quite rewarding to know. What do you think is perhaps the biggest difference that you find, or was the biggest difficulty or challenge that you've encountered while being a full-time vet in a hospital?
The crazy schedules, for
Okay.
sure, and the pressure that I felt every single day. When I say to people that I'm a vet, they all think that it is so good. You are every day with dogs and cats. Yeah, and the other part that no one talks about, like deal with uh, some not so good people.
Okay.
Some clients are, because they are under stress and they are worried about their pets, and a lot of times they put
It's very
that
similar to
pressure.
what we live.
What? They put their pressure into us. It's not easy to deal, but I would say mainly the worst part is seeing every day as cats and dogs dying.
Okay.
Because I worked in a hospital, so we were
The last stop,
the
as you
last
said.
stop, yeah, the last stop. So when they came to us, they all were already in a bad,
The bad
state,
situation.
yeah.
So now a little bit towards the business part. From your perspective, what do you think is the most important, or the biggest concerns as a vet towards relocating a pet internationally?
I would say pets' well-being, for sure. My goal is always try to minimize the stress of pets during their relocation, and of course, I have to complete all or achieve all the vet requirements. So I would say that are both their pets' well-being and my obligation to make sure that every veterinary requirements are fully met in the moment of the exportation or importation.
That's good. And how about you, Ricardo? How do you think? How do you feel having a vet on board? How does it help your job?
Having a vet,
Yeah.
it helps a lot because I'm not a vet and I did vet service before. And it helps a lot, but most of it is not my part, but for the customer's part because we provide or we try or it's our goal to provide an excellent services and that includes the transportation, the communication prior and during the journey as well the vet part, which is for some countries is very it's not complicated but it's very bureaucratic and he has a lot of confidence from the customers and that in the end it makes the overall experience
In
much
the end,
better.
in the end, it's always about confidence, right? You know, people take a lot of attention towards pricing and this and that. I think the most important connection that we can make with a certain customer or with a certain party is like definitely the confidence.
And I do it as customer, and I try to do to our customers. We cannot hesitate. For someone who calls us, and if we hesitate for a while, me as a customer, I will doubt for their services. That's why when Catarina joined us, I tell her, no rush, take your time, learn about the whole pet shipping world and what does it have, the crates, the flights, whatever, not only the vet requirements, because sometimes some customers will ask, and if you hesitate,
Yeah.
the customer may feel doubty in
Yeah,
order.
when you're a customer, you're always looking for experience, and when you feel the experience from that person you're speaking with, that's like really reassuring. And especially what you said, you know, like we are kind of they're putting their lives animals on our hands, so they need to trust us, and they need to know we know exactly what we are doing. And you guys are getting ready to go to the IPARA conference, right?
Yes,
Where is it going to be?
Bangkok.
we'll
Bangkok.
be in Thailand for the next month by the end of October.
Nice.
And we will join, I don't know, roughly 300 other colleagues, fellow colleagues from IPATA,
Wonderful.
and which is great to grow the networking, for Catarina, it will be the first time, but it's nice for her to get to know the ones she's sending emails all the time.
So it's your second, it's our second
Third.
conference? Third conference?
Third, it was in Dubai 2 years ago,
Hungary.
then Budapest in Hungary. And now this one is
And
being
now
held
it's
in
your
Bangkok.
first conference.
Yeah, it will be my first
And
time.
it's your first business conference, or did you participate like in a vet conference before?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. But in Lisbon only.
Okay.
Never in,
Are you excited?
Yeah, super.
Do you think you'd get this opportunity like so quickly?
No, never. Actually, I always say to my friends and family when they ask me, I share that I was not expecting that.
I guess it's to motivate you to make you
Yeah.
feel.
Ricardo in the beginning was always no, but he was saying like, if everything goes right for the next year, you may go with me, and then
Yeah.
1 or 2 weeks later, he asked me if I would
To
like
keep you on your toes,
and
which is
I
also
what? Of course.
We cannot give everything for free.
Yeah.
For free.
Yeah.
nothing
Yeah.
comes for free in life, you know. It's just like a made up story when you think like you can get free stuff in life. You know, it's like what they say: easy things come, easy go. No, they go very easily. But when you do it with work and you like commit yourself to do things, then they start to come. And you know, and sometimes we need this boost of like confidence and trust. And actually, the best way to learn is like through experience.
And at the same time, it's a boost to her future work. Why? Because when she met people, when she
Yeah,
was
she will
meeting
meet
people,
other vets, yeah.
she's a vet. And for example, if I was a business owner from Hong Kong, doesn't matter which has, or for South Africa, which has some vet requirements which are
Shout out to
not easy
our South African
to
partners.
fulfill. Yeah, I would get more confidence to send a customer to Portugal Pet Relocation now knowing there is a vet in-house in the team. That it will help a lot to make sure that all the vet certificates will be in accordance to their country rules. And for that reason, I guess she doesn't know yet, but she will know in 2 months when she returns, and all the feedback hopefully she will get from our fellow colleagues from IPATA. So I think it will be very, very good for her, for us, and for whole team.
All the company.
I really couldn't agree more. And now on a personal touch, what's the most memorable, heartwarming pet travel story you guys can share? Or Ricardo, you be here like for a long time, you can share with our audience. That you had a pleasure to work
I participate for sure. There is one I
That stuck
can
with you.
recall totally as you do for sure. We had this lady who called us, I don't know, 2 years ago, and I need a quote to bring my cats from Madeira Island, which is an island of Portugal, southern Portugal. And she said on the phone, look, I have 49 cats. Sorry, 49. Can you please repeat? He said, yeah, I know. That's unusual. It's 49. Sorry, no, it's 48 because one comes with me on the cabin. Okay, so now much easier.
Big difference.
Although with 10 Guinea pigs and one poor dog, it's just one dog among all those
I imagine the
dozens
dog
of.
was lonely.
Yeah,
Poor dog.
it was 50 cats, 10 Guinea pigs, and a dog, and the owner was different. Let's say this because someone who has 50 cats, it's different people, special person, yeah. But was really in the end everything went fine. We made it. We had to fly to TAP Airlines flights, which was split in two in order to accommodate whole pets. And then we had to drive 400 kilometers away from Lisbon to take her. And the special lady was right beside me. So it was 4 hours. She told me all his life. She had immigrated to Venezuela 30 years ago, and then she came to Portugal. She was eating all the time. She was speaking all the time. It was very, very...
You know, I remember when you were first like starting to make the quote and you came up to me and said, Fabio, do you think we can manage this one? I was like, I usually don't get nervous, but I remember I was a little bit anxious when you told me the amount of
Actually, we were lucky because... not lucky, we try to make it happen. We always try to make it happen because we know that some other companies reject because there were so many pets. But actually, I met this person, which is the head cargo, Top Air Cargo, and I spoke with her on an unusual conversation and explained this. She said, yes, we can. We have to do this in this way, but it's feasible. And well, it was the only time we deal directly with TAP, but well, in the end, everything went fine, and that's for sure the most memorable I have from Pet Relocation.
Yeah, I remember we have the picture on our Instagram. So if you guys want to check it out, you can check it out. There's a picture of Ricardo and the van and the 500 kennels in front of the van. It's a beautiful picture, and it was definitely a beautiful job. And it's also, when you take risks, you have to do everything you can to make sure you own them, and that service it's a great memory.
You cannot get a no for an answer. I'll address this one to the audience, which is this Spanish lady who called me.
African chicken or regular chicken?
Regular chicken, the ones we see everywhere. And this lady called us, and I spoke with her, and when I have 3 chickens, and I hesitated a few seconds, and yes, you're right. No, there are normal chickens. They sleep with me, and I'm moving to Dubai. I accept this job offer, and I'm moving to Dubai in 6 months, and I need to take my chickens with me. And excuse me, but can you give me the scientific name? I don't know. It's just a normal chicken, the ones you see everywhere. Yeah, of course. Okay. And I figure out how to do it. I send her a quote. She didn't reply for, I don't know, because there were 3 chickens. They didn't reply for 4 weeks, 5 weeks. Actually, I sent a follow-up. Hey, look, Miss Tanya, what's her name? Any feedback?
Had to be Italian.
And Ricardo, I'm in a depression. One of my chickens died, and I don't know how to do this. And the lady was really in bad shape. And I don't want to move to Dubai anymore because I'm afraid the other chicken cannot make it, sustain the whole trip. And for that reason, I will stay in Portugal. Thank you for your help. And I will stay in Portugal with my chickens.
See you next time.
You can buy a chicken for €5 in Dubai. I checked that.
I'm pretty sure the chicken will not make it to Dubai, or even if they make it, 50 degrees Celsius. Almost like every year round, it's not going to be an easy.
She didn't accept an offer to work in Dubai due to the oppression that the chicken died. Come on, that's memorable as well. So
It is, yeah. That must be like a connection with the
Yeah.
chicken, for some sort of reason. We don't know, but
Yeah.
to which
perhaps
it's
we don't know the full story, but it was very, very curious.
it's funny.
And she said, yes, they sleep with me in my own bed.
I'm sure she didn't have allergies. So now jumping on to a new part on this particular podcast, we have some questions that we received from our audience that we would like to make you guys, and I would like you to answer like as clear as you can, because this was, I think it's a interesting part for the people that might have doubts, possible customers that they are moving their pets, they don't know how to do it. So I'm going to select a few questions and make you guys. Let's start with this one. If I'm moving from Lisbon to New York with my dog, what paperwork do I actually need? Is it complicated? Do I need to start in advance, or can it be done quickly?
Well, actually, United States is one of the easiest countries to ship from Portugal or from the European Union.
Easier than for us to travel there.
Much easier for a
Yeah, for
dog
pets.
or well,
Than
pet,
for Portuguese
a dog and a
passport.
cat, yeah, to travel as cargo than a human, because it's really simple. We just need to have the pet passport, and the rabies up to date, and the microchip plated in as it was supposed. And that's it. It's regarding vet requirements, and they are very, very easy to work with, which is good because it's one of our biggest markets.
It's good. And unlike Australia, I imagine Australia is much way complicated.
Yeah, Australia is much way
They
complicated.
have the 21-day
Australia is, once you get to know, it's easy because you do have time. Because you have a span of 6 months
Okay.
from the day one until the day the pet can be shipped. So if you know what you are doing, it's not that complicated. Why? Because we know what we are doing. But for an owner to do on his own, it's very, very complicated. That's why Catarina
I'm here to
it's-
help.
to help, because we are very direct and transparent to our customers. With us, always in a polite and educated way. Our goal is not to ship 1,000 pets. It's to ship only 10, but those 10 are doing properly. And what we do is our service is not, well, all pet relocation is not a cheap service, but once you pay, we can guarantee everything will end well. And through Australia, to South Africa, and other countries, customers try to do it on their own in advance, but this is very, very complicated, too many things to know. That's why our goal is to provide an excellent services and make sure there is no setbacks during.
It's a very good sales pitch.
Yeah.
Make sure you remember that. You guys prepare that
Yeah.
pitch.
Yeah.
Because the veterinary requirements are mostly the trickiest parts of all the process. So for owners, for customers, and for the agents, knowing that there is someone who is taking care of everything, someone who knows, of course, it is a peace of mind for them. I believe it. Yeah. So.
Yeah, then I think that's exactly it. I'm a pet owner. You guys also have pets, and I haven't moved any of my pets abroad, but I imagine if I had to move them, it would be complicated and emotional for me. So the fact that you have someone that you can trust and they manage your expectations and explain you everything that needs to be done and how that process is going to take is actually very reassuring in terms of security.
That's the word. Reassuring that everything, or at least we'll do everything in our
Everything we can.
everything we can to minimize and to make sure that will be shipped in a proper way.
That's good. Now jumping to the logistics and practical concerns, we've got this question that, what about summer or winter? Are there restrictions for flying pets in extreme temperatures?
Yes, there is.
There are some airlines who place embargoes, heat embargoes in this case, not cold embargoes, but only heat embargoes. I'm going to give you an example. For example, in Portugal, usually Lufthansa, it's one of the airlines we use more, place an embargo on the summer month. It may vary couple days, but usually from June until end of September. And this is more for the snub-nosed breeds, for the those breeds who have the flat nose.
Like the Frenchies.
Brachycephalic ones. Yeah.
Frenchies now is
I remember
high.
that Frenchie we had to Brazil.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And for example, to Brazil, we have only some month in the year because when is summer here is winter there, and then it's the opposite. So we all need careful. Now we are having October and November. We are shipping to precisely to Brazil some Frenchies or French bulldogs, and he has to be during this month because again, Lufthansa placed an embargo during the summer months, which usually are above 27 degrees Celsius. And then it ends roughly end of September.
That's good. It's very interesting.
And many airlines do not transport those breeds. TAP, which is the main hub to Brazil, TAP do not transport snub-nosed breeds unless some specification which is under surgery, you have to a term of, how do we say, liability term.
Makes sense. And I imagine we work with a few selected partners depending on the location.
Yep.
Few selected, and we have a certain choice of airlines. And I'm glad we have.
Lufthansa, they are Germans.
And now we received another question about costs, and it says, why is pet relocation sometimes expensive or so much more expensive compared to human tickets? What goes into the cost? It's a question.
First, a human ticket we can take care on our own, while pets, they need someone to take care of them.
Okay.
I'm going to give a quick example of why it's not cheap, why it's more expensive than we humans. Quick example: there are many parts involved, or many entities, people involved, and everyone needs to eat their slice of the pizza, right? Anyone needs to gain their share. And for that reason, there is us, which is the origin company, the origin shipping company. Then there are the brokers who do the clearance. Then there is the airline. I mentioned Lufthansa, for example, a flight to Brazil, I just mentioned, goes via Lufthansa. So Lisbon, Frankfurt, Guarulhos, or São Paulo in Brazil. When the pets arrive in Frankfurt, pets are removed from the crate. Someone will take them for a walk, place them in a proper room or secured environment. They need to feed them. If they are they need to clean them. So all of this takes time, and all of this is done by someone. So this needs to be paid. That's why usually, and it's a good question because many customers, but I paid 1,000 just to travel direct. You are charging me 1,400. That's one of the reasons.
It's completely different, I think it's like a misinformation even from our customers from the moving department. People think that the moving or a pet relocation is just to come pick things up and just have them delivered across the street in 2 minutes. And what we do is actually very, very, very different from as you are describing. Someone when he's hiring a pet relocation for the first time, they might not know the amount of logistics involved and how much detail you have to look into.
There are at least 5 people or entities involved, at least per shipment. So
working in connectedly.
Yeah,
So now a question to our vet. A special situation. What if my pet is a senior dog or cat and has a health condition? Is relocation still possible?
Well, it depends on what
the specific
condition we are talking about. For example, if you have a dog with a heart disease or a pulmonary disease in a severe stage, well, I won't give him permission to travel, of course. But if you have a dog with, let me think,
gingivitis or something,
gingivitis, arthritis, something like that, it is not impossible for me to give the permission to do the fit to fly.
Okay.
So it depends.
Okay, makes sense. And what are the breeds that face restrictions when flying?
As we are talking about the brachycephalic ones,
okay,
because of their respiratory issues
and snoring issues.
And, that's all of that is interlinked.
Connected.
Connected, yeah. And the dangerous species,
Okay.
they have to travel inside with crates.
Yeah, correct. And again, some airlines do not transport those dangerous
dangerous.
breeds. Correct.
Yeah.
Not the brachycephalic, neither the
I remember that
dangerous.
metallic case we have, that metallic
Yeah.
kennel.
Exactly. Look like cages to hyenas or
Yeah,
something.
like
Yeah.
a
They are
bear.
too sturdy
Yeah.
and too strong that we cannot export them because no one will accept it because it's too much.
We have this kennel in the warehouse for for a show off.
Yeah. Yeah. And this customer just spent more than $2,000 because
Just
he
to get the
wanted-
kennel. I remember
just to
that.
get a kennel. And hey, can I ask you, can you keep the crates? Yeah, sure, of course. Brand new, just single used.
You know, it's incredible. It doesn't matter how many pets we actually relocate. We still remember like all of them one by one, which is kind of really shows what we try to do as a
All of
company.
them, yeah. Most of them, yeah.
It's good. So I'd like to thank you guys. I think we've pretty much explained and cleared all the questions. I'm not sure if you enjoyed participating. I think it was quite interesting, especially for the public. Feel free to comment, to share, and to make more questions. We will happy to address them. Thank you, guys.
You're
I
welcome.
hope you enjoyed. We will in you for the next episode. You guys will be like rejoining us again, and I'm sure it will be nice and friendly.
Okay, thank you.
And thank you, guys, and enjoy Epara.
I will.
I'm sure you
We
do.
will. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.